Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander viewers are warned that the following program may contain images and voices of deceased persons.
Oh yes, I was the first nurse midwife in Western Australia. That's why.
Broome has always been a special place, and they decided that they needed something different, so that's how Brahms started.
See, we worked for no money too.
And they worked out of the convent for quite a few years until they got money to build the
Brahms.
It's just handy having a medical clinic, and the hospital work well together.
There was a few of us that really wanted the Aboriginal people to have their own services.
Yeah.
So I went to the Catholic school here, and they were the ones that really supported me into doing my training. They were always there for me, and that's why I really like the nuns, the St John of God nuns. They did a lot for me.
You were working alongside them, weren't you?
And I worked alongside them, and they really were supportive.
At the Native Hospital.
And I really loved it. And that's why I kept going. And I got, the more I worked with them, the more qualified I wanted to become. I trained at Mount Henry as an enrolled nurse. That's where I did my first training.
And then
I became a nurse. And that's all I wanted to be, a nurse to help them, because they needed a lot of help. And I was determined that I would.
Mary Ann was put in charge of the Native Hospital with the nuns. It was really good because they were finding that there were more and more people actually going.
And this made it much easier for the people at the hospital to understand what was wrong with them. And a lot of them spoke different languages, which is very hard, for other people to understand. And therefore it was easier for me to be with them than it was for the white people, because they didn't understand them, but at least I could talk to them. And I went back to Brahms.
You were in Beagle Bay for a little while, weren't you?
No, I never worked. Oh yeah, I did.
Yes.
I've
I've got a
got
photo
photos
of you in the
yeah.
desk.
There's too much drugs and alcohol in the community.
Yes.
It's absolutely disgusting and dirty.
And see,
It really started because the older women in this town got sick of seeing their children being drunk everywhere and, just lying on the streets and that. Start their own little alcohol place where they could try and prevent this. Because they had nowhere to go and they had no one qualified. I'll help you because I've got all the qualifications you need. Registered nurse, midwife, right. I was one of the initiators for that too. Years ago, Kim Beazley, which is my mother's relative, Kim Beazley, the minister.
Yeah.
That's why she was Ursula Grace Beazley, and that was what her sister's name was. She was Beazley, the same as my mother. They were, I think the Beazleys used to live in Wyndham, and this is how my mum and her sister became to be here. I worked at Brahms from 8 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon. And I went to work at Millie from about 5 in the afternoon till about 7 or 8 at night, just to help them out.
It's an amazing story.
Well, this is what really happened, isn't it, eh? And if I was going to be one thing, I would want it to be the best. Well, it's 40 years since we started the Aboriginal Medical Service here in Brahms.
Brahms, is that the same Brahms that we've got now? Same place?
Yes, I'm one of the original starters of that. Well, the only thing I can say now is I've got a great family.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I was able to do what I did for, the people. That, mainly the stolen generation. I'll still have to go back to the stolen generation because my whole family was stolen generation. And we had to work hard, the whole lot of us.
Well done, you ladies.